All right, welcome to part 2, everybody. We are descending into Rio de Janeiro Airport, SBGL. Sierra Bravo Golf Lima. And it has been a smooth flight, although I am sad to announce that the Microsoft and Asobo developers have still not fixed the oscillation roll. It's not present now at this altitude, but at cruise altitude it is present. So very frustrating. Very frustrating. We are 61 miles out and at 18,300 feet. Great. That's just where we want to be. Shallow out our descent rate now at 2,000 feet per minute. We were heading in pretty steep earlier because we had a hell of a tailwind. Winds have been fluctuating. The air's been kind of rough, choppy. Have a tailwind of 25 knots, and then a few moments later it's up to 40 knots, and so we're bouncing around like a ping pong ball in a washing machine. But we're doing all right. Let's go ahead and enter our ILS frequency for runway 28. We're doing the ILS 28 Whiskey approach. That frequency is 111.5. And there it is. Okay, good. That's entered. Then we'll enter our minimums, which are 245 feet, barometric minimums. It's airport is at sea level, so we're looking good. 56 miles. We're at 16,300 feet. Winds are a beautiful night. I mean, seriously, a beautiful night. Estimated arrival time's 9:55 p.m. Rio time. It's 9:40 right now. Rio time, 4:40 here in Southern California. Shallow out the descent rate even a little bit more here, 1,600 feet per minute. Nice and comfortable. 79 degrees, mostly clear skies in real life. We'll see if it is in the sim. Some very gentle winds out of the northwest. And we're landing on runway 28. Here's our approach. We're heading east, 094. We'll turn south and then turn west and head straight in. Very straightforward approach. I dug through 65 pages of approach plates that I was able to find online. And I can tell you that at Sedbu, right here, we need to be at 5,000 feet. It's 5.5 miles from Sedbu to Lixug. And at Lixug, we want to be at 3,200 feet. And I'd say it's about a 12-mile final, pretty standard. So that was all I was able to find, but it's something. Better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. And happily, we are now receiving ILS information. Now, have they told us to continue our descent, or did we get abandoned? Uh-oh. Wait a minute here. They've stopped talking to us, friends. ATC is no longer talking to us. Well, that ain't good. Right now we're leveled out at 13,800. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what they said and climb like they told me to. Even though that's stupid. Just to see if it triggers the them to continue to tell us or to descend. It's a bad habit of mine, but I typically will set the altitude selector below where they tell me to descend to, just because they wait to the last possible second before they start to tell you to descend. Fortunately, on this type of an approach, I can extend my downwind if needed, and that helps a lot. By that I mean, if we come in too high at Sedbu, we can just keep going and then turn right and then turn right again to bleed off airspeed. Hopefully that makes sense. But it also could be that they're just stopped talking to us, which has happened before. Hearing some goofy stuff from ATC. We're at 15. Yeah. See what I mean? It's that kind of stuff that just is so fucking aggravating. Okay, so you told me to climb to 15,000, and now you're telling me to descend to 8,000. Whatever. Anyway, we're at 36 miles. At 30 miles out, we'd want to be at 9,000 feet. So we're obviously way too high. But another way, in addition to extending your downwind, is to slow down. Slow way down. And in so doing, give yourself more time to descend. Obviously, if you're hauling ass, you don't have as much time to descend. So I'm going to slow down more than I customarily would. Sounds like somebody else is headed to runway. Somebody else has been cleared to Sedbu. Who was it? Yeah, all sorts of goofiness going on with ATC. Keep slowing down. A lot of descent management, more than you normally would have to do. Sedbu right now is 2 minutes 45 seconds away. 2 minutes 45 seconds. Let's just say 3 minutes. And we're descending at descend to 5,000 and expect 28 whiskey.
5,000 feet, expect ILS whiskey, runway 28 approach via Sedbu transition, cleared to Sedbu Cessna Tree Bravo whiskey.
Okay, we're cleared to Sedbu, just like that other guy. We're going to continue slowing. Again, my main reason in doing, we're going to have to use speed brakes here because I got to slow down. I'll turn off the auto throttle. Just going to hold steady here. We're going to set this at 190. And we're slowing down to that. Right now we're at 197. Bring in those speed brakes. Re-engage the auto throttle. Good. Okay. Now we're at 26 miles and we're at 10,000 feet. So we're still too goddamn high. So I'm going to descend pretty steep here, friends. 2,800 feet per minute. Huh. This thing just is so fucking frustrating. Keep in mind, I'm only this high because ATC told me to climb when they should have told me to descend. So I've encountered this situation, though, so many times now, you'd think I'd be used to it. We're 24 miles out now, descending very rapidly, 8,700 feet. At 20 miles out, we want to be at 6,000 feet. We know we want to be at 5,000 feet at Sedbu. We're only 90 seconds from there. We're descending at 2,800 feet per minute, which is pretty damn steep. But since we know we have 86 seconds left, we're at 7,900 feet, we know that we don't need to descend at 2,800 feet per minute anymore to be at 5,000 feet at Sedbu. So we're fine now. It's just, you got to do some, get pretty fast on your feet, I swear to God. Let's bring in those speed brakes. We'll set our airspeed at 180. Again, slower than I would normally prefer, but...
Transition altitude, nearest altimeter, 1008.
I don't know if they've given us the nearest altimeter is 1008. But I need it in inches of mercury. 2,800, Cessna 3 Oil Whiskey.
Descend and maintain 2,800 feet, Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Getting ready to make that right turn. We'll turn off a bank.
Landing gear.
Jesus, shut the fuck up. God damn, so irritated. Let's get the landing lights on. And we're at 6,000 feet. We'll go depressurize. Making that right turn at Sedbu. And we're at 5,800 feet, so we're good. Remember, we need to be at 5,000 feet. No lower than 5,000 feet at Sedbu. And we'll re-engage the auto throttle.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Oh, yeah.
Landing gear.
Okay, never mind.
Landing gear.
I'm sorry. I just so irritating that this doesn't work. Let's get some speed brake action going on. I'm going to be busy here, friends, so just stand by. We're just about ready to switch our nav source over to nav 1. Speed brakes, speed brakes. Man, this is more challenging than I wanted it to be. Beautiful, huh? There's the airport out there.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, you are 13 miles northeast of Toledo. Contact rear tower on 119.35 when inbound on the approach. 3044 descent and maintain 2000.
Gotta love it. Look at the moon. Okay, we're going to switch our nav source over to nav 1 now. We got our tower handoff. We're going to switch this over, bearing 1 to nav 1, showing us that the airport's 12.5 miles away, as we expected. Start slowing down, do a notch of flaps. Re-engage the auto throttle.
Descent November tree, 4 tree Bravo Whiskey Radar Tower. Cleared ILS Whiskey runway 28 approach.
Looking a little high, as I kind of expected.
1 tree, 2 and 5.
What are the winds? 132 at 5. That's totally wrong. 132 at 5 is totally wrong. The winds in real life are out of the northwest. So, whatever. There's the runway. We're not lined up at all. So this could be something we have to take over. I don't know, it feels like it's getting stuttery on me. Let's go outside, put down the gear. Slick. Okay, so is it lining up? I can't quite make it out. Yeah, it is. That green line's slowly drifting right. Okay, good. And the winds, as you can see, are not. They're 5 knots from the northwest, just like it says in real life. ATC is not reporting the correct wind. Go ahead and hit APPR. We needed to do that. That's why we stopped descending, because we got down to 2,800 feet. That guy right there is the other one who's been cleared for this approach. We need this green diamond to start coming up. Radii altimeter is 2,300 feet. We're lining up nicely though now, so let's start slowing down. Full flaps. Showing just 7.3 nautical miles from the airport. Set 140 is our approach speed. I see 1 red, 3 whites on our poppies. That's good. And we are lined up now, as you can see. Both here, we are on the glide slope.
Descent 3 Bravo Whiskey, clear to land runway 28. Wind 132 at 5.
That's wrong, but okay.
Cleared to land runway 28 Cessna Tree Bravo
Looking good.
Whiskey.
Looking really good. Nice.
Mile final runway 28.
Okay. Stable configuration. It's just what you want. You don't want to be making a bunch of changes, you know.
Radar tower 10 tree 04411 miles north. Inbound visual runway 20 right approach.
That's the same guy. It's this guy right here.
10 tree 044 Rio Tower. Cleared visual runway 20 right approach. Altimeter 29.77 wind 1 tree 2 and 5.
Although maybe, I don't know, is there a 28 left at this airport? I don't think so. Auto throttle.
Cleared visual runway 20 right approach. 10 tree 044.
500.
Call out. Autopilot.
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. We have 2 and 2. Now 3 and 1. Trim us a little bit. One white, 3 reds. Now 2 and 2. Lined up nicely. 13,000 foot long runway, so lots of room to work with.
Cleared to land runway 20 right.
20.
132 at 5.
20 right. Oh, he's not landing at the same runway. He could, well, no, but we're on tower frequency.
Cleared to land runway 20 right.
Anyway, now we have a 3 knot tailwind, so go figure. Here's our exit. I was very happy with that landing. A little bit long, but not unforgivably so. Still on the bars.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey exit. Runway with able.
Way ahead of you, honey.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.65.
2165. 3-ball whiskey.
121.65 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Ground. Parking.
Goleo Ground Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo.
Zoom in on our
Request
MFD so we have a better view of the airfield. Should have done that before we landed.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Alpha November Victor Lima 6.
There's our arrows. Bring in the spoilers.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Alpha November Victor Lima 6 Cessna Tree Bravo
Back in the
Whiskey.
cockpit. Look out. Make sure those flaps come up right here. Let's watch. Nice. Okay, welcome to Rio, where the local time, I might point out now, is 9:54. So I think we may have actually arrived, I don't know, a minute or 90 seconds ago, so slightly ahead of schedule. I'll call it 2 minutes ahead of schedule. All right, we got to make a pretty sharp left turn here, as you can see. This is going to be a hell of a left turn. But take it slow. And we'll see how that goes. Never did get our altimeter set. Oops, that was my mistake. All right, let's go. Oh wait, lights. Okay. Man, this is going to be a ball buster of a left turn. Yikes. Hopefully we can avoid the grass. This thing can turn pretty steeply if you go slow, but there we go. More or less. At least we didn't go on the grass. Stayed on pavement. That's half the battle, right? Not too far to taxi to our parking spot. Welcome to Rio de Janeiro. 79 degrees outside. That doesn't sound half bad. And the skies were clear. They just got the wind screwed up in the sim a little bit. I mean, I guess it wasn't a big deal because the winds were only 3-knot tailwind. There's somebody else on final. To the same runway we just landed at. All right, make a right turn. Head over to general aviation parking as we continue our journey around South America. Pretty cool. I think we're going to, well, I think Bogota, Colombia next. I thought about Venezuela for about a millisecond, but then realized I didn't want to be taken hostage. All right. There's our parking space, ramp 112. Remember that for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and kill our, hopefully we have a ground crew to help guide us in. Yeah, we're right over by the beacon. Turn off that taxi light so we don't blind anybody. No? Come on, there's gotta be somebody. I see him. There he is. Came in a little hot there, pal. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. That's us. Right engine shut down. Pitot heat off. Oh, I never did stop that timer, did I? 2 hours 44 minutes. I'd say probably about 2 hours and 40-minute flight. 2 hour and 40-minute flight. I think we estimated 2 hours and 37 minutes. That was the estimate on our 1,200 nautical mile flight. We'll get a confirmation on that when we drop to the logbook screen. We'll go outside and say goodnight to the girl. Ooh, I like it. Where's that? Oh, that's awesome. There's like a floodlight. Oh, that's sweet. I've not seen that before in this sim. That is pretty slick. Look at that beautiful airplane. Brought us up from Buenos Aires. All right, we'll go back in. We'll drop the logbook screen. Thanks for watching, you guys. Even though I know no one is. Okay. That was a busy approach, man. I had my hands full on that one. Oh, because of that goofy ATC nonsense. And I did forget to reset the altimeter, which is also another error. Hey, it's going to happen. Okay. Logbook. Let's see, 2:38:32. Original estimate was 2 hours and 40 minutes. No, 2:37, excuse me. 2 hours and 37 minutes. So, yeah, well, it's not so bad. Sim got that right. Hour and 55 minutes, 56 seconds a night flight, 42 minutes, 35 seconds a day flight. We got ourselves... hey, this is interesting. Takeoff, 0. I wonder why it didn't give me credit for a takeoff. Maybe because I took off without authorization? If you watched part 1, you saw that. That's weird. It gave us credit for the flight time, and it gave us credit for the flight time during the day and the flight time during the night, but it didn't record a takeoff. Well, that's a hell of a thing to land without taking off. Well, anyway, I'll forgive him. That's it. We'll head north. Maybe tomorrow or this weekend or something. Thinking about installing a mod that I found on the boards. It appears to come well recommended for the longitude that would deal with this annoying oscillation roll, since apparently Asobo and Microsoft developers have decided they want to let the users fix the problem instead of the developers fixing the problem. That's irritating. All right, I'll stop complaining. Yeah, good flight, and glad to be in Rio. Take care.